Hey traders and investors, it's George Berger here. Today I want to have a look at the relationship between the gold mining stocks and gold. And surprisingly, contrary to what a lot of people that I've been speaking with believe, the gold miners are actually looking a lot better through a technical lens than gold is. Okay, so let's first of all keep in mind both gold and the gold miners. I'm talking about GLD versus GDX in terms of the tickers. Topped out here at some point in 2011. Okay, and uh, and then pretty much just trickled lower, and that's where we are. So the GDX here is building a very nice base. GLD is doing the same thing, but the interesting part is the relative picture. Okay, so let's do GLD divided by GDX, and what we get is this so-called ratio chart. Okay, and what this is telling us, and you can see this is a pretty obvious topping pattern here. You can name this topping pattern 1,000 different ways. We can, draw all sorts of funny lines and consider this and that and whatever. At the end of the day, this is a topping pattern, okay? And it looks like what it could be is some sort of head and shoulders pattern, okay? You have a head here, a left shoulder and a right shoulder, and of course a breakdown, right? So from that point of view, gold, relative to the gold miners, looks to be ready for weakness, right? So in other words, the gold miners look relatively stronger than gold. Knowing that, let's go back to the chart of the GDX. You'll see that we have a very nice looking pattern, almost like an inverse head and shoulders pattern, where you have a head here, a left shoulder, and a right shoulder. But you can draw some very straightforward lines. You can draw straight lines here. You connect a few dots. You can draw a line like this. You can draw another horizontal resistance line like that, and you see pretty quickly. You see there's a lot of reference areas that we can focus around. Okay. Also, from a momentum perspective, this low here came on waning momentum, so you have another reason why this was probably an important low. So this is good stuff. So now when you see this, you can either buy the GDX or you can buy stocks like the NEM, which is Newmont Mining Corp. Okay, stock here very similar to the GDX, not at all surprisingly. Very nice sort of bottoming pattern. You can see we have sort of resistance break here. We have near term potentially some sort of bull flag pattern. All sorts of stuff that looks very bullish. Okay, and if you also consider year to date, NEM has been a very frustrating stock, just like the gold miners have been very frustrating. You see they tried to break past resistance here a couple of times, once in April and then once again in July. It didn't happen. Finally, now it's happening. And I always say that the more a resistance area or a support area gets tested, the more powerful the ultimate breakthrough is, right? And that's, I think, basically what we're seeing here. So gold miners look relatively stronger than gold, but also in absolute terms look interesting. Stocks like NEM, otherwise the GDX Gold Mining Index, looks pretty interesting for a further move higher. Hope this makes sense, guys. If you always got any questions, please let me know. You can hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter handle is SteadyTrader, and I'll see you in the next video.